Hello and welcome to my own magic reviews. My name is Mike Maione, hence these are my own reviews. Just a reminder, I buy what I review, so I think it means I can be objective and my reviews unbiased. At least that's my opinion. It's been a little while since my last review, and that's because we've been a little bit busy, which is great. But it's also because I like to play a little bit with the props that I review. So that takes a little bit more time than just opening the box and letting you know what's inside. This week I am reviewing Chop by Craig Petty. Here's a short presentation that I'll tell you what Chop is all about. Magicians all around the world love to do a trick called the cups and the balls. It's a classic of magic, perhaps the oldest magic trick there is. Now, I want to perform that for you, but I don't have a set of cups. So instead, I will use this paper cup, and I don't have any balls. Well, I don't have a ball to do the trick with, so instead I will take this $1 bill and I will scrunch it up into the shape of a ball. And I will make that ball travel from under the cup. I will put it in my pocket, then I will make it reappear under the cup. But you won't see it because it will travel invisibly with the aid of a magic wand. Not surprisingly, I don't have a magic wand either, but I do have a marker. So this will be our magic wand for today. Now watch. I take the bill, I put it in my hand, I take it, and I put it into my pocket. And then, as if by magic, the ball invisibly travels back under the cup. Sweet, right? Let's do that again. You can hear it there, you can see it. I'm going to take the ball, I put it into my pocket. Yes, it's here in my pocket. And watch. All I have to do is give a little wave, draw it out of my pocket invisibly, and sure enough, it appears under the cup. Oh, I love to do this trick. In fact, I love to do it so much, I'm going to do it again just for fun. I put it into my pocket, and now, let's do it a little differently. Instead, I will let it appear on the table instead of my hand. And sure enough, there it is, under the cup. Once more, just for fun, I put it into my pocket, and sure enough, there it is, under the cup. Now, some people say to me, Mike, you make a $1 bill, go in your pocket, and then appear under a cup. It's a $1 bill. It's still a $1 bill. Wouldn't it be better if it became a bigger bill under the cup? I think they're onto something. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give a little wave with the magic. A little tap on the side, a little tap on the top, a little tap on this side, and voila. Look at that. A bigger bill. Okay, that might have been the worst final load ever, but you get the picture. It's a chop cup routine, and it's perfect for impromptu magic because it uses a paper cup and a Sharpie instead of a magic wand, a ball, and a cup. So it's impromptu chop cup routine. I really like what Craig put into making this prop and the accompanying video. You know, his video is really packed with lots of good stuff, and his routine is terrific. In his routine, he borrows a bill, has it signed, performs a few chop cup sequences, and ends by producing a lemon from under the cup where, you guessed it, the signed bill appears. Wow. That's a super strong routine, and I'm sure it knocks people out when he performs it. I love the Bill and Lemon idea, but I think it's a bit impractical for how I think you will mostly use Chop if you get it, because I think it's best in an impromptu setting, and I just don't think you're going to be carrying a prepared lemon in your pocket. Now, that said, if you haven't already seen Craig perform the routine, well, take a look at his promo, which should be right there. Maybe. We'll see. Check it out. Now, the gimmick is quite simple. You might even be tempted to make your own, but the real value in this purchase is not the gimmick. What makes it so worthwhile is the video download, where the handling is thoroughly explained and several presentation ideas are provided. It's like 2 hours, and it's great. Here's what I like about Chop, and there's plenty to like. First off, the gimmick is extremely well made. Okay, the Sharpie is gimmicked, but you can still write with it, and that to me makes it very strong, because in Craig's routine he gives the Sharpie to the person so that they can sign the bill. Wow, that takes all the heat off the Sharpie, in my opinion. So that's great. That's a big plus. The video tutorial, as I mentioned, super. It's really, really good. Craig has put in all the handling for his routine, and given you lots of different ways to load the cup, and to remove the ball from the cup, and to conceal the ball in the cup. Great stuff there. Excellent video. And what I really like about it is, even at the end of the video, and you should go right to not immediately to the end, but go make sure you look at the end, because he'll show you how to use the gimmick to perform effects with cards, with sponge balls, and even with coins. You can do coins across. Yeah, pretty cool. It resets quickly, of course. That's great, and that is unless you're doing Built a Lemon, and it doesn't reset quite so quickly. I think it's excellent for impromptu magic, okay for close-ups, parlor, and strolling. Yeah, impromptu magic, perfect. It's small and easy to carry around. That's why it's good for impromptu magic. And you can use an ordinary cup. Now, my routine didn't use an ordinary cup. Craig's routine doesn't use an ordinary cup, but he says you can use an ordinary cup. And I did test it, and it will work with an ordinary cup. So keep that in mind. And finally, it's only $40. And I think for $40, it's a great value. It's definitely well worth $40. Now, there are a couple of things you need to know. It's a chop cup routine. Chop cup routines aren't very good for stage because it's small. So it's a chop cup routine. I don't think it's really appropriate for a formal setting. Now, we had a parlor theater for a number of years, and I just don't see somebody using a paper cup and a Sharpie instead of a magic wand, and instead of a ball, he's using a rolled up bill. I just don't think that's in a formal environment that makes sense. Even in a strong, let's say you were in a catering hall, and you were moving from table to table. Why are you using a paper cup? Why don't you go get a cup from the kitchen? So I don't think it's really appropriate in a formal setting. There is some sleight of hand, and some misdirection skills are certainly helpful. Mine weren't so good in my presentation, but I hope yours are better. Planning and practice is necessary, and part of the reason that I haven't posted in a while is because I wanted to work with the prop a little bit and get a sense of how it works, which meant I had to create a little routine. I had to videotape a little routine, and I should have practiced a lot more before I videotaped it, but so practice is necessary, and planning, because where you're going to as you move from one part of your routine to another part of the routine, you need to know how you're going to do that. You don't want to make it all the same. Balls here, balls gone. Prep work is required if you're going to do the Bill and Lemon finale, obviously. Craig says he does this in a strolling environment and keeps producing lemons because he brings a bag of prepared lemons and leaves them behind the bar. I don't see that. I don't see that working, but that's the way he says he does it. And of course, if you're doing Bill and Lemon's messy. So those are the things that you need to be aware of. But if you're not doing Bill and lemon, and since it's impromptu, would you really have a lemon with you? I don't know. It's a great trick. I give it 4.5 stars because it is a great trick and it's well worth the $40 that it costs. If you ever work in impromptu, if you work in a restaurant where they have paper cups, perfect. If you want to play with it and come up with a routine that makes sense and works for you, I think you're going to love this trick, and I very much recommend. As I said, it's $40. Chop is by Craig Petty. It's available from penguinmagic.com. I think you're going to like it, and if I were you, I'd seriously consider getting it. That is our review for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you'll give us a thumbs up. I hope you'll share it with your friends. I hope if you haven't already subscribed that you will subscribe and that you will give us and that you will click the little bell icon so you'll be reminded the very next time the very next time I post a review. And if you happen to be interested in purchasing some unusual, unique magic, well, I hope you'll check out my website, MikeMaione.com. There's a little products tab. You'll find a popular trick called Celebrity Presage there, but you'll also find some unique things that aren't carried by dealers. So do check that out, MikeMaione.com. So until we meet again, go make magic happen.